Do you think 2021 is going to be a good year economically for the world?
Oh, it's a big question.
It's a huge question.
It is. I think there's been so much turmoil, people losing their jobs. There's still more people are going to lose their jobs. I think we're going to have another lockdown, possibly this year or even into next year, because it's the cold weather that drives the illness. I really hope and pray that next year is a much better year for everybody. It's not just financial, economic. I think that the world is on its knees at the moment because of it. Governments are doing what they can, where they can, how they can. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not saying anybody's done a great job or a bad job. I just think it's a great learning curve for every nation about what this COVID illness can do. And there will be some in the future, hopefully not for another 100 years, because they seem to happen every 100 years. But we've got to learn to live with it and adapt to it.
My sister read a book, and I wished I could remember the name of it. And if I do remember, I'll put it in the show notes for this podcast. But it basically predicted a global flu-like pandemic in 2020 and said it will go as quickly as it comes and it will come back with a vengeance in 2030. So I'll find the book, I'll put it in the show notes, and in 2030, let's revisit this podcast and see whether the predictions were.
I spend as little time as I can on Facebook, but there was something interesting on there the other day saying that all the major viruses that have come into the UK happen every 100 years. So smallpox, the thing that happened,
Spanish flu.
Yeah, all those type of things. We've had other illnesses and viruses in the last 100 years that in our age demographic, and they've come and gone. I don't think COVID is going to come and go. I think we'll have to adapt to it, as I said. And I'm really hopeful that there will be some vaccination, because it is killing too many people. Too many people have lost their jobs, which is sad. And, people have got to embrace the change. If they do that, a lot of people are working from home where they can, which is fantastic. And that's added a completely different dimension to insurers, because they've never done that. They've all had to come into London or to where they work, and now they all work from home. It's just a different life now. And I actually, when it first happened, I was really scared and nervous about the business and just life in general. But now as long as people keep themselves sensible and safe, I think the country can go from strength to strength. It just depends on how people react to it. That silly people that go out into and mix in bigger circles does cause an issue, and that's just what's happened now.
Yeah, I think so too. And I do think there's a change that's been coming for a while, and COVID's probably fast forwarded it, and there's sort of a new era coming, which will be much more Zoom enabled and probably much more efficient in a lot of ways for it.